On this episode of Pulse, we'll take you to a dessert battle at a strawberry farm, but winning this competition won't be a piece of cake.
Plus, we're going to the streets of Coconut Grove to get the opinions on the always exciting and always controversial award show season.
And finally, nothing can stop the reign of Queen Bee, how the pop sensation has lasted in the fans. It's brought her to the top of the country charts.
Let's get those heart rates pumping because Pulse starts right now. Hello and welcome to a brand new season of Pulse, the University of Miami's live entertainment and lifestyle show. I'm Zachary Levy.
And I'm Melissa Beatty. Well, let's not waste any more time because, as per usual, the entertainment world is buzzing with hot topics.
Just when we thought all the government drama surrounding TikTok was over, the European Union had other thoughts. The European Union announced last week that it is opening a formal investigation into TikTok and its parent company ByteDance. It's to determine whether ByteDance breached online content rules that are supposed to protect children. The EU's industry chief, Thierry Breton, says the investigation will cover a wide range of issues, like TikTok's, quote, addictive design and screen limits, rabbit hole effect, age verification, and default privacy settings. ByteDance says it will work with authorities to help keep minors safe, but if found guilty, the Chinese company could face a heavy fine.
The fashion world's version of the Super Bowl is just 3 months away. The 2024 Met Gala will take place on May 6th on the steps of New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art. Zendaya, Jennifer Lopez, Bad Bunny, and Chris Hemsworth are co-chairing the event with Vogue's Anna Wintour. The dress code for this year is Garden of Time. It was announced by Vogue in an Instagram text chain post. Officials say they expect outfits to be inspired by fairy tale-like themes, including moody florals. You know, I'm personally excited for all the polls that go all across Instagram talking about the Met Gala outfits.
And we know all these Instagram comment sections are just going to be absolutely insane. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, and while I'm excited for this fashion, I cannot stop thinking about the outfits at this year's award shows, especially Miley Cyrus's outfit that was made out of 14,000 safety pins.
Well, you know what? I've personally heard enough about fashion, but I'd love to hear more about these award shows. Our reporter Angela Sphone is in Coconut Grove to get the heartbeats on the streets. Angela?
Hi everyone, I'm Angela Sphone and I'm here in Coconut Grove. It's award show season and we've already had our fair share of red carpets, nominations, and of course, drama. Some people have been outraged by stars being snubbed, while other stars are finally having their moment to shine. Let's break down the controversy and see what the viewers have to say themselves here in Coconut Grove. Miley Cyrus just won not her first Grammy, but her first 2 Grammys, and she had a performance. How do you feel about her winning?
I think she deserved it. I love her, but I love Taylor Swift more, so.
Margot Robbie didn't get nominated for that movie Barbie, so how do you feel about her being left out of that?
I'm kind of sad about it.
We love Margot Robbie, right?
Yes, we do.
Low-key hate, like, why? You know? She should have been the star.
She is a star.
I know, she is.
Adam Sandler won People's Choice Icon. Is there anyone else you think that should be the winner of the People's Choice Icon Award?
No, I think Adam Sandler's the dude.
Brock Purdy,
And who is that, just for anyone that doesn't know?
QB of the 49ers.
I don't know, maybe Taylor Swift. I think she's been very iconic this year.
Now that we've brought up Taylor Swift, she obviously has announced her new album in her acceptance speech. So what do you feel about that?
I was so excited. I had no idea.
It was definitely surprising and a big deal. I don't think anybody really expected it.
I'm always excited about Taylor Swift's new album.
I think that it was a weird time to announce it, but I don't really like Taylor Swift.
Oppenheimer has been nominated for 13 awards. What do you think about the movie?
I thought it was good. Barbie was funner.
It was really long. It was like 3.5 hours.
Girl, it was 3 hours long. It was 3 hours.
I don't know if I would necessarily sit through it again.
Because you know the ending, right? Boom. So it would have been nice if.
For anyone that doesn't know.
Spoiler alert.
Well, you heard it here from Coconut Grove. That is a real truth right there. The Oscars are coming up on March 10th, so we'll see just how many of those 13 nominations Oppenheimer will win. Pulse will have you covered for all the Oscar highlights. From UMTV, I'm Angela Sphone.
Thank you so much, Angela. Speaking of Oppenheimer, Cillian Murphy has won a SAG award for outstanding performance by a male actor in a leading role.
And he certainly did a lot of performing. The movie was 3 hours long. Oppenheimer is a biography of Robert Oppenheimer and how he became known as the father of the atomic bomb. Cillian Murphy took over this role and made it his own. Take a listen to the touching moment as he accepted his award.
I have never felt so looked after or cared by a group of actors. Every day, look at your names on the call sheet, just made me brave, guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All the actors nominated alongside me, I am just bursting with admiration and respect for you all.
After thanking his quote, Oppenhomies, Cillian Murphy should be so proud. And the Oppenheimer craze isn't done yet. The movie has a whopping 13 Oscar nominations, so we'll have to see if it dominates there too.
A former congressman is taking Jimmy Kimmel to court with a new lawsuit. Last week, former U.S. Representative George Santos filed a lawsuit against the TV host Jimmy Kimmel. It comes after Santos made headlines in December for being expelled from Congress for allegedly mishandling campaign funds. In the lawsuit, the former New York politician claims that Kimmel tricked him into making cameo videos that were later used to make fun of him on television. Kimmel is not the only defendant in the case. ABC and the Walt Disney Company are also listed in the lawsuit.
The John Wick franchise is going from the big screens to the streets. A 12,000 square foot tourist attraction based on the movies is coming to the Area 15 campus in Las Vegas later this year. The attraction will be an interactive experience for guests, combining immersive theater and a highly themed cinematic environment. That's according to The Hollywood Reporter. The official description states it will designate guests with specific missions, playing out in unique ways with characters, mythology, and iconography from the Wick universe.
We need to come together and twist and shout because each Beatles member is getting their own movie. John, Paul, George, and Ringo are all heading to the big screen. According to Variety, director Sam Mendes is making 4 scripted movies about each of the Beatles members. Each movie will be from one of the members' viewpoints of Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, and also the families of the late John Lennon and George Harrison have all granted full life story and music rights for the films. The movies will intersect and culminate in the band's 1970 breakup. They're all scheduled to be released sometime in 2027. Well, all these people, they're all such historical figures, not just in entertainment, but also in music. I'm certainly excited to see these films.
Yeah, and I know my parents are very excited too. They've been talking nonstop about it. But coming up, the music news doesn't stop. Ben Freeman is going to tell us all about the Queen of Pop, Beyonce, and how she's taking her royal reign into a brand new genre.
And our confession session team is turning into film connoisseurs about the new film, Madam Web.
And like a flailing spider web, they won't be holding back. Stay with us.
Hey, boss. Okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
I said I'm fine.
Since I was little, it was only like me and my parents.
You think you created family out of characters?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna take that and make it into a song.
Put me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at on the way out? In my head, in my head, in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Pop.
You can talk to me.
It's been really, really hard for me.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart, and so they need you to stand with them.
Welcome to Off the Record, your one-stop shop for all the latest music and streaming news. I'm Ben Freeman, and let's just jump into it because we need to talk about the Queen. Not the Queen of England, Queen Bee. Beyonce shocked everyone at the Super Bowl when she announced that she'd be releasing 2 country music songs, and surprise, surprise, her song Texas Hold'em debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart. That makes her the first black woman to reach the top spot. Everything Beyonce touches turns to gold. She's like a modern-day King Midas if the Cursed King was the best part of the third Austin Powers movie and released banger after banger after banger. The other single, 16 Carriages, also did well, coming in at #9 on the chart. Act 2, her newest album, is releasing on March 29th, so it doesn't seem like the Queen will be losing her crown anytime soon. Speaking of the Billboard charts, Ye, the artist formerly known as Kanye West, and Ty Dolla $ign's newest album, Vultures 1, is #1 on the Billboard 200 chart. Now look, like anything that relates to Kanye, the album was mired in controversy. But aside from the controversies and the delays, is the album actually any good? The consensus? Kinda. The album was rocking a 51 on Metacritic with some less than favorable reviews. Alexis Petridis of The Guardian gave the album 2 out of 5 stars, saying that, quote, as per usual, the actual music is hard to hear over the accompanying clamor. But if you can strain your ears, you can make out an album that's an improvement on 2021's Donda. He also added that Ty Dolla $ign is the album's saving grace, as his lines and vocalism are just simply better than West's. Youch. Well, the music news doesn't end there, and I know that this will come as a shock, but it's time to talk about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce once again. Alyssa, what are the lovers up to now?
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship may still be trending, but what never goes out of style is giving back. The couple autographed a Chiefs jersey to be auctioned off for charity. The jersey has sold for more than 21,000 Canadian dollars, which is equivalent to more than 15,000 US dollars. The Guelph Wish Fund for Children is offering the signed shirt. The Ontario-based organization raises money for children with major illnesses or life-altering injuries. The jersey will come with a photo of the future NFL Hall of Famer and the singer-songwriter to whoever wins the auction.
And that's not the only way Swift is giving back. The singer is donating $100,000 to the family of the woman who was killed at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl victory parade. Swift made the donation through the family's GoFundMe page with the message, sending my deepest sympathies and condolences in the wake of your devastating loss. With love, Taylor Swift. Lisa Lopez Galvin was at the parade with her husband and children celebrating the Chiefs' victory when she was fatally shot. She was a beloved DJ in Kansas City. 22 others, including several children, were also injured in the parade.
You know, it's getting a little hot in here, so I think it's only fair we cool off.
Luckily, Jesse and Jaden, are at the Bay to show you an experience that's making a splash on social media.
Jaden Russell here.
And I'm Jessie Kaplan, and we're here on the beautiful Miami Beach at Jet Car Miami, which just opened up 8 months ago.
It's a one-of-a-kind experience. We can't wait to share with you, so come along. Let's go.
Our journey began in Miami Beach, where we went from wheels to water. And as you can see, this is not your average boat. Jet Car Miami owner Frederick Kowaku says he got his inspiration from a company in Dubai.
And I was so used to do jet skis, so I wanted to do something else. When I looked it up, I couldn't find it in Miami. And I knew it was in Dubai, so I contacted the company in Dubai, and we just ship it here.
Jet Car may have started in Dubai, but the experience here certainly has an added splash of Miami. Our voyage began by cruising along the Intercoastal. We saw stunning million-dollar homes and historic Miami hotels like the Fontainebleau.
And Jet Car made sure we were riding in style. We got to choose between the signature Miami Vice Blue or Heat Nation Red. We picked blue.
Regardless of which you choose, we must have looked cool, because our fellow boaters became our paparazzi. Riders told us how they felt after zooming across the bay.
I've done jet skis before, and so I thought it would be similar to that. This is 1,000% more fun.
Before, I was kind of like, how fast are these things gonna go? Is it gonna be scary? Is it gonna tip? And then right when we were like on the water, I was having fun.
Well, we have to dock, but it was a blast taking you along for the ride. For UMTV, I'm Jaden Russell.
And I'm Jessie Kaplan.
Wow, Alyssa, that is something else. I mean, I know that Miami has a big boat culture, but a car in the water is just something else.
I know, I've never seen that, and I personally want to go try it out, so I think that'll be my weekend's plan.
Well, I'm surely with you on that. But now, speaking of making a splash, the new Madam Web movie has been not making a splash, and there's no one that will really keep it real like our confession session team. Take it away, boys.
Welcome to Confession Session. I'm Harvey Duplug, joined by Johnny Mushner. And Johnny, my God, Sony is back at making universally hated superhero movies, this time with Madam Web.
I mean, Harvey, I've seen some bad movies in my life. I've seen The Room, The Emoji Movie, everything that was made in my intro to filmmaking class, but this trumped them all. I mean, what a bad movie, and it's also doing bad in the box office. Out of every Sony Spider-Man movie, Madam Web saw the worst opening weekend, only racking in $17.6 million in its opening 3 days.
And Johnny, much like the side of your hair, the good reviews for this movie are non-existent. It has a 13% critics rating on Rotten Tomatoes and only a 56% audience rating. One critic said, and I quote, "A film so bad it would almost put you off going to the cinema." And another critic for The Atlantic said, "I almost admire the sheer lack of effort on display in the acting, storytelling, and set pieces. To say that Johnson in particular phoned this performance in would be an insult to Alexander Graham Bell."
Good history there, Hardy. And Dakota Johnson, the star of the movie, also had bad things to say in her SNL monologue. She said it's like if AI made the perfect movie for your boyfriend. But apparently not even the boyfriends watched it.
And Johnny, neither did Dakota Johnson. Her press run for this movie didn't make anyone confident either. She said she's only seen 4% of Marvel movies, so like 15 minutes of one movie, and she couldn't name a single Spider-Man movie.
Even worse, she said, "I don't really know if this is going to be good at all." Well, you really hit the nail on the head with that one, Dakota. We don't even have enough time to talk about how they completely changed the story compared to the one pitch to the actors, promoted tiny aspects of the movie to be massive ones, and redubbed 90% of the villain's lines after filming, so none of them matched up with his mouth in any final way. So Harvey, did you watch the movie?
No. Did you?
Didn't even think about it.
Well, I think we've given this film a lot more time in this show than people gave it in the theater before walking out. So Zach, please change the topic. I am begging you.
Well, Harvey, you're in luck, but if you thought we were done with the big screens, you thought wrong. Grab some popcorn because after the break, we're going to tell you which famous movie stars are expecting a little star of their own.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Gracias. Thank you.
What's wrong, mijo?
Donating to a pet's medical care can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
One of the most popular couples in the movie industry is expecting another child. According to People magazine, 38-year-old actress Rooney Mara is expecting a second baby with her fiancé Joaquin Phoenix. Phoenix famously played Arthur Fleck in the Joker movie in 2019. Mara revealed the new pregnancy at the Berlin Film Festival on Friday, where she showcased her baby bump under a black dress. The two actors already share one child together, named River, who was born in 2020.
Wendy Williams, American media personality and writer, just revealed some sad news regarding her health. They announced that the TV personality has been dealing with progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. This condition affects communication, personality, and the ability to understand language. Her condition was just disclosed to the public, but the star has known about her diagnosis since 2023. Her fans are supporting her through this difficult time and have been watching the documentary Where is Wendy that came out this past weekend.
After 30 years on the hit show Law & Order, Sam Waterston said his final goodbye. He stated that it was time to move on. The 83-year-old has had many years in the industry, and after filming over 400 episodes since 1994, his last show was aired on Thursday. And from now on, we will get to see Tony Goldwyn stepping into the role of District Attorney starting on March 14th.
The trial is set to begin after the fatal shooting that occurred during the production of the film Rust. Armorer Hannah Gutierrez and Alec Baldwin are facing charges of involuntary manslaughter and tampering with evidence on the movie set. It comes after the death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Baldwin has pleaded not guilty. If convinced, Gutierrez will spend up to 3 years in prison. Opening statements are expected to begin on Thursday.
Alyssa, Miami is a city with so much character, but the heart behind the city is the actual people that are in it.
On our first ever edition of the People's Pulse, our team is going to introduce you to a woman who is breaking stereotypes.
She works to gain respect for what she considers her work, her passion, and her livelihood.
Keep your hands here. I push, I grab. When most people want to stay fit, they look to weight training or cardio. But for Isa Marquez, her form of exercise is more than just a trip to the gym. It's her profession. Marquez found her passion for performing when her friend invited her to dance at a cabaret.
I saw how your energy changes when you're receiving the energy from an audience and how cool that is.
Marquez's talents extend beyond the studio. She graduated from the University of Miami in May 2023 with a degree in advertising with a focus in graphic design. During college, she started pole dance training at Miami Pole in Wynwood.
I really feel I get to know my girls and be their friends. With Isa, we talk on a regular basis and go out together. She's been so sweet and so supportive. Kind of like to see a friend succeeding and witness their success stories and their victories.
Marquez now teaches her own pole class at Sassy Sexy Strong, a Miami-based dance school. I'm here. I push my way to the front and I spin.
It's really nice to be in that position where the other person is trusting you fully, even with their lives, if they're up there upside down and they just trust you. I wanted to be that person for someone else.
Marquez says she's aware of the stigma attached to her craft, but she sees the history of pole dancing as something to respect.
You try super hard to differentiate yourself from strippers or clubs or anything like that. I think you're not doing justice to our sport. And so honestly, whenever someone's like, oh, you're just a stripper, I just don't say anything. I don't have to explain myself.
Estoy súper orgullosa.
I'm very proud of her because beyond all of her achievements, she fights against the social stigma that pole has. Marquez took it all one step further in December by completing her first USA Aerialist Foundation competition. She took the gold, but for her, this represented more than a medal.
Isabel Marquez.
It was really exciting and it was fun, especially because I really wasn't expecting it. Because I think sometimes when you prepare or invest to yourself for a really long time in something, you know that you did a good job and you know that you deserve X or Y thing, but I really didn't think I was going to win anything.
Marquez is a prime example about how art and talent comes in many different forms, inspiring the next generation that you can turn any passion into a profession. For UMTV, I'm Amanda Muhammad.
Social media is filled with drama, and what you see in your feed often hides the world's harsh realities. Our Drama Deep Dive team is here to break down a serious case.
It's your favorite duo, Sophia
and Lauren,
and we have a roller coaster for you today.
That's right, Sophia. We're starting off with Love is Blind's Chelsea Blackwell, but before we get into that, hold on to your seats for the jaw-dropping saga of Ruby Frank, the former host of the YouTube sensation 8 Passengers.
Ruby, who was known for her parenting expertise, chronicled her 6 children's lives on 8 Passengers to nearly 2.5 million subscribers. But behind the scenes, things were far from perfect.
Ruby's parenting strategies, including withholding food as a punishment, shocked her viewers. But the horror didn't stop there. Ruby was sentenced to 4 to 30 years in prison after pleading guilty to horrific child abuse. She's facing the maximum sentence under state guidelines.
It's a sobering reminder that what we see on social media isn't always reality. Our hearts go out to Ruby's children, hoping they find solace and safety.
And speaking of reality TV, let's dive into Love is Blind's Chelsea Blackwell. Chelsea compared herself to Megan Fox on the show, causing quite the stir.
Oh, it was a moment. Chelsea dropped the bombshell in the pod, claiming people say she resembles Megan Fox. But when the truth came out and Jimmy didn't exactly share the sentiment, Chelsea faced the heat.
But Chelsea handled it like a pro, sipping her tea and dancing away the drama on TikTok and Instagram.
And let's not forget her friend Presley Carter's words of wisdom, reminding everyone to chill out and respect the cast. Chelsea's resilience in the face of criticism is truly admirable.
Love is Blind's drama just got hotter, and Chelsea Blackwell is at the center of it all. And what goes better with tea than dessert? Alyssa, what is Keeping It Fresh have for us in store?
After the break, we'll have our Keeping It Fresh team update you on their visit to the berry farm in Miami. Spoiler alert, it was very delicious. Stay tuned.
Hey, boss. Okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
I said I'm fine.
Since I was little, it was only like me and my parents.
You think you created family out of characters?
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna take that, make it into a song.
Put me to bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at, where you at, on the way out. In my head, in my head, in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Pop.
You can talk to me.
It's been really, really hard for me.
If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart, and so they need you to stand with them.
The Berry Farm is bringing the countryside to Miami, serving up strawberries, barbecue, and it turns out, fierce competition.
Well, Alyssa, our Keeping It Fresh team was out there to get a taste of the action in a special Taste of the Fields event. Ladies, take it away.
Hi guys, we're here today at the Berry Farm, and I think we're gonna be in for a very sweet day.
Let's see if it's love at first bite. Let's go check it out.
The Berry Farm is bringing the countryside to South Florida. It's located where West Kendall meets the Redlands.
And with 30 acres of agriculture, there's a lot to do at the Berry Farm. Erica Martinez, the Director of Communications and Events, tells us why the Berry Farm stands out against other Miami farms.
Obviously, there's lots of farms in Miami in the Homestead area, but really, I don't think that any of them are like the Berry Farm. This sort of, for everybody, no matter who you are, no matter what your age, it's a great space.
The Berry Farm hosts various events throughout the strawberry season, which runs from December to mid-April.
But today was the Taste of the Fields event, and we just happened to have a sweet tooth.
Local businesses gathered to compete for the best strawberry dessert, and after trying some dishes ourselves, the competition was definitely fierce. Here's some of the standouts.
First, we tried a drop from heaven, from Breaded Perfection, which ended up taking the prize. Addie tried the Nutella-filled one. I tried the guava cream cheese bite of perfection. They were so delicious, I had to go back for seconds.
We also tried my personal favorite. The best way to describe it is a strawberry cheesecake cinnamon roll, and I'll just let my reaction speak for this one. Oh my God.
Next was the strawberry tres leches, and to be completely honest, it wasn't my favorite, but the presentation was beautiful.
Finally was the strawberry cheesecake, and while Tatenda was a fan, she couldn't convince me on this one. But the food couldn't all be sweet. Lucky for us, the Berry Farm had some barbecue for us to try to add some savory to our sweet.
With pulled pork, ribs, mac and cheese, coleslaw, fries, half a chicken, we were in a food coma.
Oh my God.
One of the highlights was the ribs, my personal favorite.
It's so good. But it was winner chicken dinner for me. It was so moist and had so much flavor with a perfect crunch on the outside. Well, if you didn't like strawberries before, you definitely like them now.
I definitely need a strawberry detox. For UMTV, I'm Tatenda Mukurajija.
And I'm Addie Block.
I've personally always wanted to go to the Berry Farms, and I think this is my sign I need to go.
I think so too, and actually I think the barbecue is a really great compliment to that. I would never have thought those two would go together, but maybe it is. But thank you for joining us for our season premiere of Pulse. We're out of time at the desk, but we've got more content to keep your heart rate pumping.
Follow our Instagram at UMTV Pulse and join us in 2 weeks for another episode.